Greetings, family. Peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru, and thanks for visiting my channel. Well, family, that viral Air Force racism story, we come to find out, is a hoax. That's right. Back in September, if you'll recall, back in late September, 5 black cadet candidates found racial slurs scrawled on message boards on their doors at the United States Air Force Academy Prep School. So was reported. One candidate found the words, quote, "Go home niggers," written outside his room. His mother posted on social media, according to the Air Force Times. The racist messages roiled the academy in Colorado Springs and prompted the school to launch an investigation. They led its superintendent to deliver a stern speech. And if you remember, the superintendent, his name is Lieutenant General J. Silveria, pictured here on your screen. He delivered a stern speech that decried the horrible language and drew national attention for its eloquence. Surrounded by 1,500 members of the school staff, Lieutenant General J. Silveria told cadets to take out their phones and videotape the speech to remind them of the zero tolerance policy that they have in place at the Air Force Academy Prep School against racism. With that said, after this investigation, they come to find out that one of the cadets is the one allegedly who wrote the notes. That's right. And that's why this situation, unfortunately, is looking like it's coming out to be a hoax. Now, with all the things that's going on in the world, I don't understand the mentality of people who do this. I can't support it. It's the worst that could happen on all sides, because we've seen it happen from every group of people on the planet. We've seen it happen with white people. We see it happen with black people. We've seen it happen with Mexicans, Asians, every group of people, Indians included. Every group of people have turned out to have some evildoers, to have some ignorant assholes who do things that compromises and jeopardizes all of us, especially when we operate on truth, or we try to operate on truth and reality. And then we have these knuckleheads that make up stories. I can't support that. Not at all. Nonetheless, this lieutenant here who made that eloquent speech, he sticks by his words. He says that nonetheless, no matter what, whether this is a hoax or not, he stands by his words. And I applaud this man, because just as Martin Luther King suggested, you should always judge a man or woman by the content of their character, not simply on their skin complexion. So with that said, I still give this man a round of applause for his speech. I heard it, and it was right on point. And again, if I recall, when I did the video, I made a note that perhaps those who sit at the White House might want to take a cue from the leadership that Lieutenant General J. Silveria showed in his video. Anyways, there is a video clip accompanying this story. Let's get it rolling.
If you can't treat someone with dignity and respect, then you need to get out.
before I end this video, let's be clear. There's racist trolls, and there's few that are in social media. I like to refer to those guys as the fake news, right? Those are the Alex Jones, the Mark Dices, those type of people where they love to throw out black issues, especially when they're non-relevant. You know, they're just based on lies, right? So here it is. This story right here is really much ado about nothing. Basically, this guy who claimed to be a victim of racism, we come to find out that allegedly he may have written the note himself. And if that's the case, then this is a story just about someone who lied. It is a teachable moment. Again, the lieutenant is a man of character because he still stands behind those words that he spoke in that speech. I still stand by exactly his character, like I said earlier. But the fake news guys, the Alex Jones and the Mark Dices, those are kind of guys who will come to a story like this and make a big deal out of it. And then with their large following, those idiots, those sheepdogs, because that's what they are. They're not sheeple, they're sheepdogs. They're sheepdogs just are salivating. And they salivate over non-issues like this. God forbid that we talk about more important issues like, oh, the Las Vegas mass shooting, or the Walmart shooting, or the New York incident with the driver who ran over those people. God forbid we talk about those, because after all, those are perpetrators who are white. They look like Mark Dice. They look like the Alex Jones. So God forbid they don't want to talk about those people. No, that's too important. They would rather focus on a story like this, a viral Air Force racism story that's a hoax. They'd rather focus on something like this than something way more important. Now, I'm just pointing that out because I've seen their channels and I've seen their shenanigans. And I've seen what their sheepdogs do, because I experienced it. Purposely, I went to go see what they were doing. And sure enough, they're salivating over dumb stories like this that are really just about lying. But God forbid you talk about something more important like, oh, mass shootings and white terrorists, domestic terrorists that are in our country. God forbid you talk about those more important things. They would rather you not. It's a telling situation. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Again, this is an unfortunate situation. It is a teachable moment. But unfortunately, when people lie, they make a bad situation worse. Anyways, this is Guru. Peace and love to you and yours. Thanks again for watching. I'm out.